You know things aren't going that well at Trump's Pentagon when the guy who exposed a secret back channel with Elon Musk is getting escorted out of the building for telling the truth. And that's exactly what happened. Let me tell you what's going on. Guy named Dan Caldwell, top advisor to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, was physically removed from the Pentagon after he was caught up in an investigation into a classified leak. But what actually happened here is not about Caldwell being careless. It's that he accidentally exposed the real scandal. He is going to be fired because Caldwell outed and exposed the fact that Elon Musk arranged with Pete Hegseth to get a top secret briefing at the Pentagon. Trump and his chief of staff didn't even know about it. And as usual in Trump world, the person who ends up doing the right thing is the one who's punished. So here's what this is really about. Elon Musk and Pete Hegseth coordinated to get a private Pentagon briefing on top secret national security matters. Trump and his chief of staff had no idea it was happening. Dan Caldwell, Hegseth's senior advisor, made the mistake of confirming it. And just like that, he's the one who gets punished. Because we know that in Trump world, doing the right thing often gets you fired. Breaking rules is fine. Covering it up, fine. Telling the truth, no. You're going to get yourself escorted out of the building. And according to Reuters, Caldwell has been placed on administrative leave for an unauthorized disclosure. They're not saying exactly what he revealed, but we know the reason. He confirmed something that they wanted to hide, that Elon Musk is getting secret Pentagon access, and Trump wasn't even in the loop. Caldwell had been identified in a classified leak probe and has been physically escorted out of the Pentagon. He was previously named, by the way, this is not a water boy or someone who gets coffee. He was previously named by Pete Hegseth as the point of contact for coordinating the National Security Council ahead of U.S. military strikes. Not an intern, right? We didn't know him. We barely knew the guy. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is the person getting this access, took billions in government subsidies, controls key defense communications via Starlink, routinely flirts with authoritarian governments around the world, and he is the one getting secret Pentagon briefings coordinated by the Secretary of Defense without the president's knowledge. In a normal world, the scandal would be that this was going on. But this is not a normal world. This is a world that is very much abnormal. And so the person confirming, exposing, making us realize Elon Musk is in this position. Trump didn't know. It's not even clear that he has the clearance for that. That's the individual who gets fired. And of course, this is, to be fair, Democrats and Republicans both will often do the same thing when there are unauthorized disclosures. When you like the content of the disclosure, you focus on that and not whether the disclosure was inappropriate. If you don't like the content of the disclosure, you focus on this never should have been made public. And of course, there is legitimacy to classification. The signal chat, of course, is a big explanation. But what we learned here is something that at its core, it's the difference with signal chat is that the content of the signal chat potentially was a national security risk. Dan Caldwell, by confirming that Elon Musk was getting these briefings, is trying to stop a national security risk. That's the difference. But of course, he's the one who gets escorted out because they don't like the fact that this went public. And of course, it's sort of embarrassing to Trump that he didn't even have the idea that this was going on. Another day, another crisis, except it's not a crisis in the Trump administration. It's just Wednesday. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what the Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get the Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out the Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.